If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I've covered this artist before, but you got to see this music video. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's by Halsey, and I hope I'm pronouncing it wrong, entitled Graveyard. It's got all the same symbols, all the same signs. She's somebody with over 7 million subscribers on YouTube. Being pushed, of course, promoted, trending worldwide. Song about a graveyard, but there's more to it than that, including, of course, the fact that they show bare nipples. And, you know, I actually got a strike recently for a thumbnail on my other channel that they claimed had nudity in it. I've never used nudity in any thumbnail, and when I tried to argue against it and say, look, it's an image that you've used for, you know, musicians, and there's no nudity, I would never put nudity in a thumbnail, obviously. But no big deal. They'll keep her monetized. This is allowed on here because it's all a big joke. We know who runs it. We know who controls it. Let's get into the video. So we've seen this woman before doing the 666 and the devil horns and all the basic crap on her own, whether it's in a music video or on the red carpet or on a magazine cover. But the video starts, and look what time it is. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I've covered 3 o'clock in the morning. In speaking with ex-Satanists and researching the occult, 3 o'clock in the morning is not just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that Eminem has songs about 3 o'clock in the morning where he's committing all these murders and that stuff. 3 o'clock in the morning is known as the devil's hour. Midnight is known as the witching hour. 3 o'clock is known as the devil's hour, Satan's hour. And the reason for that is that this is the time where a lot of these cannibalistic satanic rituals are performed, whether it's, you know, human sacrifice, animal sacrifice, and demonic possession occurs. Now, speaking with ex-Satanists before, they would talk about in great detail how they would go into trances at 3 o'clock in the morning and to perform these rituals, become demonically possessed. Yes, I know a lot of people don't believe that stuff is real, but I believe it's real. I think it's pretty obvious that they constantly are showing this stuff through repetition. So the clock hits 3 o'clock in the morning, Satan's hour. And what do we see suddenly? We just see her one eye, right? So we have our one eye symbolism, which we see over and over in the video because, of course, Halsey, like the rest of these performers, always wanted to be an optometrist. She's pretty upset now that she's probably making millions and millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, through making really awful music. She's probably still upset that she never got that degree in optometry. That's why she's always showing eyeballs as well, just like the rest of them. What a coincidence. So she draws, and suddenly this girl appears, right? This girl appears, some type of demon, some type of ghost, right? Call it whatever you want. And they're headed to the amusement park at 3 o'clock in the morning to have an awful time together. Of course, no one's in the park. You can see there's pentagrams. Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to believe there's stars. We see them all over the place. Everybody just is obsessed with the star symbol. It's a joke. It is a pentagram. You see it on the roof. They deliberately show that. Why wouldn't they? These people are witches. They're Satanists. And the only people that really don't believe it are the dumbest people on the planet. Then we get both of their eyes together because, of course, you know, we need more one-eye symbolism. And, of course, they go red, almost like they're demonically possessed. As they go around the amusement park, where do they end up? Round and round they go. Where they end up, only I know. Because I could guess this 50 times over because it's the same thing. Oh, they end up on the black and white Masonic checkerboard floor. Because that's real original. We haven't seen that before, but, you know, it's a coincidence, everyone. The black and white, the esoteric, as above, so below duality, right? Every Freemason lodge in America has their Masonic checkerboard floor. The Kardashians have it. All of these witches and occultists have the black and white floor. They're obsessed with the black and white floor. And if you're wondering what a Freemason lodge is, just look it up. Because every time I say this in one of my videos, a new person messages me and says, I didn't believe you. Then I looked it up, and there's one in my town, and there's one in the town next to it. And I went over there, and I saw the outside and it was creepy and there's no windows. There's fake windows. Why would they have that? Then they start researching themselves. So if you're wondering, oh, Freemasonry or Freemason Lodge, that's not in my town. It's in every town in America. You'll actually even see on highways, there'll be a sign notifying Freemasons of the closest lodge so they can go there. But of course, everybody just goes, oh, it's a bunch of frat buddies. So they see the sign and then they can just go over and have a beer and talk about the game. Total and utter joke. So they're on their black and white Masonic checkerboard floor. They're having a good time, you know. I mean, pretty much LGBTing it, you know, getting as close as possible here to banking out, touching each other's faces. The lyrics are about a graveyard, and it's 3 a.m, so you're clearly referencing some type of satanic ritual. Of course, you see on this woman's arm that she has the butterfly. I'm sure that's a coincidence as well. I've gone over that before. She's just showing you, letting you know, most of these celebrities, if they don't have it tattooed on them, they'll always have imagery of them with the monarch butterfly, from Britney Spears to Katy Perry. You name the celebrity, pretty much the musician, you look them up, you will find them in a performance covered in butterflies, wearing butterfly wings, wearing butterfly clothing. Usually you'll see it a lot more with teens, letting you know that they are under control of handlers. This is how they communicate, through signs and symbols. Another one that they always use is obviously the bird cage as well. And this is what, you know, this is what we see all the time, right? It never changes. There's nothing new, right? You get your, you know, pentagram again here at the end, and more eye-seeing symbolism, one-eye symbolism, right? Over and over and over. And nobody, you know, nobody looks at it and goes, they just think this is artistic and creative. We'll go through the playlists, or not playlists, but go through my videos. Look for all the music videos I've covered and tell me what's different. Show me what's different. Eyeballs, pentagrams, monarch butterflies, black and white floors, checkerboard floors, right? The usage of 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, you're not going to see that in every video, but wow, I guess Eminem just loves that time. Like, that's his time. He's like, 3 a.m., man. Cool. I'm going to call it 3 a.m. I'm going to murder and butcher people. This girl, 3 a.m. Oh, sure, you're going to get up at 3 a.m. and go to, you know, greet a ghost and go into the local carnival by yourselves. Huh? See, the problem is that the people watch this stuff, they're enamored in it. They don't even realize that there's a spell being cast on them. But the people who are in the occult and stuff, they see it. They see the symbols. They know who's in the brotherhood. They know, you know, exactly what the messaging is behind it, and they love it. As they socially engineer a dumbed-down society that thinks it's empowered, because clearly that's all they push, right? Self-empowerment, and you be you, and you can do anything you want. You can do anything you dream, you know, anything you dream of, you can do, right? So can a 4'5" person play in the NBA? I mean, oh, that's an exception to the rule. No, they can if they try hard enough and work on it. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Boy. So this is the artist known as Halsey, and the song is called Graveyard. Of course, the lyrics also lean towards, you know, talking about demonic possession and going into the darkness, those types of lyrics, which I cover, you know, going down the darkest road she talks about. But people, they'll be like, oh, she's talking about, you know, her relationship and her love. And she says, oh, I keep digging myself down deeper. Right? But I mean, yeah, that has everything to do with love. Just like the stars have everything to do with it. Just like the black and white floor has everything to do with nothing, right? I'm just making it up. I'm making up the fact that all these people are doing it by showing you the constant repetition, which is the key to mind control. That they're programming you through this stuff. You know, for people who are just so dumbed down, they're like, repetition? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Really? What do you think school is? What do you learn that's different from 4th grade to your graduate high school to college, really? Except for a few, in college, where you could pick a different, you know, specific curriculum for a career that you can't get a job in anyway, unless you're a Freemason, because most people pick something. They're like, I'm going to make film, and I'm going to be a lawyer, and, you know, good luck. Unless you're, you know, a bagel. That's going to be a pretty hard job to have, at least the one you want in that field. But you learn the same things, right? How many you know, times do you need to learn algebra? Algebra 1, algebra 2, algebra 3. How many times do you need to learn the uselessness of, you know, yeah, let's learn the what do you call it? a ridiculous chart in chemistry class because I really need to know what the symbol for iron is, because that's really, really going to get me somewhere in life. It's really going to pay the bills when it comes time to pay for your property tax on the land you don't own, or to overpay for gas or overpay for groceries or anything else. Yep, knowing that CO2 symbol really going to help you out. Hey, do you happen to know the symbol for water? It's H2O. I knew that. You knew that? Yeah. Does it ever got you anywhere in life? No, absolutely not. Great. High five. There's a reason. They repetition you with nonsense in school. They brainwash you into believing in fake history and a fake illusion of a republic. And once, you're 20 years old, it's hard to break people from those chains because it's been beaten into them. They do the same thing with the music videos and the movies with the same plots and the same routines that we see over and over and over. So this is Hale C. More garbage from the music industry. No surprise. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.